Welcome everyone to the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, also known as UWSP. This university has been consistently ranked by U.S. News & World Report as one of the best regional public universities in the Midwest. It is a place where students can pursue their dreams and rise to the challenge of our fast-changing world. Located here in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, with a 280-acre reserve and 25-acre lake, UWSP has additional campuses in Marshfield and Wausau, offering big school heart and feel within a small town atmosphere. I'm your host, Alex Boylan, and over the next half hour, we're gonna meet real students going to UWSP right now. We'll hear stories from aspiring artists, doctors, business leaders, and from those who want to make the world a more sustainable place. The passion these students have for this university is contagious. Welcome to the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. This is the College Tour. Time to meet Kaya, a senior from St. Paul, Minnesota, majoring in musical theater. UWSP's College of Fine Arts and Communication is proud to be ranked in the top 7% nationally with accredited programs in art, music, dance, and theater. Kaya will tell us about the thriving fine arts scene here at UWSP and how she has become career ready. You're up, Kaya.
Thank you, Alex. Hi, everyone. The performing arts have always been a huge part of my life, from my church's youth choir to my very first musical in high school. During high school, I discovered that I could make a living out of this passion that I had, so I started to explore schools. After a lot of searching and auditioning, I found UW-Stevens Point. The conservatory-level education with a state school price tag was what initially attracted me. The second I arrived at UWSP, I fell in love with the campus and the community that the college and the theater and dance department curated. Since my first year, I have been lucky enough to have been cast in a wide variety of productions. These opportunities helped me to not only expand as an actor, but as a person. A fun fact about me, I was born hard of hearing and I am fluent in American Sign Language. Instead of hiding that part of myself, the theater and dance department gave me the space to put on my own presentation to show the beauty of American Sign Language. This gave me confidence and has opened career opportunities for me. The UWSP Theater and Dance program sets you up for success. They provide connections, master classes, and opportunities to perform. For example, my sophomore year, I expressed to one of my professors that I wanted to find a company to work at for the summer. My professor provided a list of theaters and hosted an audition on campus. That very audition gave me my first professional theatrical contract. If you were to tell my first-year self where I am now career-wise, I don't think I would believe you. But here at UWSP, you are encouraged to go above and beyond, and you are given the resources to do so. Now, back to you, Alex.
Wow, Kaya, it's amazing learning how you were able to pursue your passion in music and performance while being supported by faculty, staff, and fellow Pointers. There are really no limits to what you can do right here at UWSP. Thanks again, Kaya. Now introducing Elliot. Elliot is a senior from Appleton, Wisconsin, studying biochemistry with an emphasis in pre-medicine. Elliot is going to tell us about being a first-generation student, her undergraduate research, and how UWSP has equipped her with the skills needed for graduate school. Take it away, Elliot.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. Growing up, I had such a passion for science and an ambition to care for others, which led me to pursue a career in the medical field. I wanted a university that would prepare me for my future, and I knew that UWSP was the best place for me to thrive. As a first-generation college student, the process of choosing the perfect college for me was daunting, but after touring UWSP, I fell in love with the campus, the faculty, and the small class sizes. The faculty are incredibly supportive and have acted as mentors for me in my undergraduate journey. They have introduced me to the many opportunities available to pre-medical students, including the honors program and undergraduate research. At UWSP, You get hands-on research experience with talented professors in our specialized labs. I am currently working as a reproductive biology research assistant and have had the honor of attending multiple conferences. I even won an award for presenting at the UW state final level and first place for my quick pitch presentation here on campus. Not only does research at UW-Stevens Point help further your education, but equip you with the skills needed for graduate school. Resources like the Tutoring Learning Center and the Academic and Career Advising Center are always available to help students succeed. Through UW-Stevens Point, I have become more independent and can seek one-on-one support from faculty and peers. UW-Stevens Point invests in their students' goals by providing optimal support from faculty and enrichment opportunities. Because of the experiences I've had and the connections I've made, I feel more prepared than I could have imagined for my future in medical school. I would not trade my experience at UWSP for the world. And that's my story. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Elliot. We all loved hearing your story about the small class sizes and the investment UW-Stevens Point makes in students to achieve their goals. It's really impressive stuff. The relationships between students and faculty and UWSP really do go a long way. Thanks again, Elliot. Say hello to Logan, a junior forest management student with a fire science certificate. Like many other students at UWSP, Logan has a desire to learn in the great outdoors. UWSP was a perfect fit due to its 3 field stations in central Wisconsin. Logan will talk to us about his time as a natural resources student. Take it away, Logan.
Thanks, Alex. I appreciate the introduction. I've always loved camping, hiking, fishing, and pretty much any other outdoor activity you can think of. Since the outdoors has always played such a huge role in my life, I knew I wanted to work a job where I could be outside. When I was a junior in high school, one of my teachers told me how UW-Stevens Point had a great natural resources program, and after looking at their website and seeing the various majors and clubs available, I decided it was the right place for me. Throughout my time at UWSP, so many of my classes and experiential labs have provided real-world, hands-on experiences, including using UAV thermal imagery technology in wildland fire operations. I not only have the opportunity to learn in the classroom, but I can go out into the field with professors and practice what I've learned. Once I graduate, I'll already have the skills I need to be successful in my career. I've been a part of a club called the UWSP Fire Crew since I was a first-year student. In this club, students get wildland firefighting and prescribed burn training and opportunities. I've had the opportunity to volunteer in Florida and Illinois doing prescribed burns, and I've learned so much along the way. As a sophomore, I was able to work a wildland firefighting job with the U.S. Forest Service and gain valuable experience. Coming into college, I wasn't expecting to be exposed to so many great experiences. UW-Stevens Point has provided me with an abundance of opportunities that I couldn't have imagined, which I know will benefit me upon graduation. Whatever it is you want to do, go out and pursue it. Take every opportunity thrown your way. Your UWSP journey is about to be fire. Now back to you, Alex.
Wow, coming in hot, Logan. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. The Fire Crew sounds like a great organization to join as a natural resources student. The expert professors, networking, and volunteer opportunities are just some of the reasons why UWSP has a leading program in natural resources. Thanks again, Logan. UW-Stevens Point has a long history of offering sustainable practices and courses to help students become leaders in creating a more equitable, environmentally sound, and prosperous future. Let's meet Ashley, a junior who is graduating a year early, majoring in biochemistry from Appleton, Wisconsin. Ashley was interested in learning more about recycling and composting efforts when she arrived at Stevens Point, and her story is incredible. Take it away, Ashley.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. Here at UWSP, you can find me involved in multiple student organizations like Waste Management Society, 350, an environmental justice organization, and the Student Government Association, where I've held various positions, including the Environmental and Sustainability Affairs Director, and I now currently serve as the Vice President. When touring colleges, I knew Stevens Point would be my new future home. It's hard not to fall in love with a campus that has a 280-acre field station called Schmeekley Reserve, a beautiful tropical conservatory, over 260 student organizations to get involved with, and a commitment to sustainable initiatives. When I came to campus, I quickly began to question what is recyclable when seeing a multi-stream system. I was able to start collaborating with our UWSP Office of Sustainability and a professor in the Soil and Waste program. I started doing waste audits with other students, collecting data, and eventually became an advisor for a class doing the research. Separately, I created a course with a peer to educate people on how to recycle and compost. Overall, UWSP has always been committed to sustainability. Our campus holds numerous awards. For example, UWSP was the first university to receive the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources Recycling Excellence Award, and the first UW certified as a B Campus USA school. No matter what you take on, UWSP will provide you with the tools you need to succeed. You'll leave here with great experiences and so many memories. Now you know a bit about my story. Back to you, Alex.
So impressive, Ashley. UWSP has been the first in many sustainable initiatives. First UW school to be certified as a B Campus USA. First to use 100% renewable electricity. First to offer composting in every academic and administrative building. First to eliminate plastic water bottles in their dining operations. And the only UW school to be a member of the Green Sports Alliance. Ashley, thank you for being a leader in creating a more sustainable future. That was awesome. Let's hear from Mike, a senior majoring in psychology and philosophy with a minor in biology. UWSP helps students discover their purpose, whether it's finding the program that piques a student's interest or creating lasting connections with faculty and peers. UWSP is an academic powerhouse with innovative campus experiences. This is what makes UWSP so special. Mike, tell us more.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. I am in my final semester at UW Stevens Point. I'll be graduating with my Bachelor of Science in Psychology and Philosophy. I originally picked UWSP because I thought I knew what I wanted to study. What I found out was that I've learned way more than I could have expected during my time here. I entered my first year expecting to follow the path of a wildlife ecology student while participating in track and field as an extracurricular. My plans quickly changed, just like many other students at UWSP. As an honors student, I had the opportunity to take an honors class in philosophy that left me so mystified that I had to add the major. Since then, I've changed my major 2 more times as I solidified my passions and goals. I love how this university allows its students to freely explore the many disciplines that it has to offer, along with having support from mentors such as those in the Student Success Center here on campus. You will not lack opportunities at UWSP. There's more to experience here than could ever be done by one person. I've competed at national championships, I have presented at multiple conferences, and I've worked alongside researchers on neuroscience projects that usually aren't accessible to undergraduates. Despite all that, my only regret is that I did not try more things. I'll be completing my undergraduate studies soon, and I intend to spend a considerable amount of time in Ghana after my graduation. I am pursuing an internship in clinical psychology at the Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital to gain direct experience treating mental health disorders while I await responses from my PhD applications. UWSP has helped me to discover my purpose and pursue my passions. Back to you, Alex.
Mike, thank you for sharing how UWSP helps students discover their purpose and passion. UW Stevens Point's honors program and hands-on learning opportunities create ways for students to explore their interests. Your work is important in telling the story of how to find a program that fits your passion. Great job. Meet Kieran, a health science pre-physical therapy major with a Spanish minor from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Kieran has always loved swimming and science and embraces both as a student athlete. UWSP is home to more than 600 student athletes, 26 varsity sports, and numerous Division III national and conference championships. Kieran is building leadership skills that help her in and out of the classroom. Kieran, you're up.
Thanks for that introduction, Alex. When I was looking for the perfect college, I knew I wanted two things: a college with a strong science and swim program. I've been swimming since I was 7 years old, and by the time my senior year of high school came around, I knew I just wasn't ready to give it up. By participating in varsity athletics at UWSP, I was able to form an immediate group of friends who have become my family. I am part of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. My time on the committee has not only helped develop my leadership skills, but connected me with other student athletes outside of my team while helping our students and Stevens Point community. Pointers compete in one of the most competitive Division III conferences in the country. With an impressive number of conference championships and NCAA appearances, Pointer Athletics provides experiences you won't want to miss. UWSP still makes sure to put the student in student athlete. The Tutoring Learning Center on campus offers free one-on-one or group tutoring for any class. Our teams also host study tables where we set aside time to work on classwork as a team. Juggling my pre-professional program and athletics felt overwhelming at first, but UWSP's faculty and coaches work with me to align my schedule with practices enabling me to be successful both academically and athletically. While this might be my last year as a student athlete, I'm not finished with my academic career. I'm currently applying to graduate schools to become a physical therapist. My top program is UWSP's new Doctor of Physical Therapy degree, which will be fully accredited this year. After 4 years, I just can't get enough of this campus and community.
That's all for me. Roll dogs, Alex.
Thank you, Kieran, for sharing your amazing story. Now, all varsity athletic events are free for UWSP students, so make sure to wear your purple and gold proudly. Kieran has juggled being an athlete and continuing her studies in one of many pre-professional programs here at UWSP. Good luck in graduate school, Kieran. We're rooting for you. Being a transfer student can be a bit nerve-wracking. This was true for Mateo, a junior majoring in arts management and media studies with a minor in business administration from Huntley, Illinois. Mateo found UWSP while exploring programs related to events management. He has adapted to the Wisconsin lifestyle, absolutely loves hanging out with new friends, and even landed an internship related to his new program. Let's hear more from Mateo now.
Thank you, Alex. When I was searching for a college, I knew I wanted to get into arts management and focus on event management. While I was here, I took a couple very cool media studies courses and realized I wanted a double major in both arts management and media studies. Being a transfer student from Illinois, I came here not knowing anyone. I was nervous at first, but after just one day, I found a great group of friends. UWSP is more of a quiet and friendly community. The culture and lifestyle in Stevens Point may be different, but I'm so interested in learning more about people in central Wisconsin. They're also interested in learning more about me too. I have learned to adapt to the Wisconsin lifestyle, and I've tried some things I never thought I would be doing. I have been ice fishing, and I learned about the ways my friends grew up. My advice is to go out and try new things because learning about new cultures is always so interesting. I love how involved the university has been with my education. For example, I've interned with UW Stevens Point Continuing Education Office and worked on various marketing projects. I use this internship to learn all skills necessary for my field and to see if this field is even right for me. Luckily for me, I loved what I did and know this is the right path. When I first arrived here, I had no idea if I made the right choice. After becoming involved with things like club baseball, internships, and just going to school events, I knew this was my home. I will forever be a Pointer and never regret the decision to choose this school. Love you, Mom. And back to you, Alex.
Thank you, Mateo. We are so glad UWSP is your home away from home. Your transfer story will help other students understand that they have a place at this wonderful university. Students looking to transfer can use the Transferology tool to see how their credits can transfer from over 68 schools. Cheers, Mateo. UW-Stevens Point helps students become career ready by strengthening in-demand skills and creating professional development opportunities in the region and beyond. Let's hear from Maria, a junior business administration major from Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. She interns for the Century School of Business and Economics and plans over 300 plus professional events a year. Unbelievable. Let's find out what makes Maria Pointer proud.
Thanks, Alex. Hi, everyone. At first, I thought I wanted to be different than the 2 generations before me who went to UW-Stevens Point. However, I quickly realized that UWSP was just as much my home as it was for my parents and grandparents. Yes, indeed, I am a proud 3rd-generation Pointer. Coming to UWSP as a transfer student, my goal was to involve myself not only in campus life, but also my academics. The business school is where I spend most of my time. I am the treasurer of Women in Business and the outreach coordinator for the Arts Management Association, 2 new and growing clubs at UW-Stevens Point. As a professional events intern at the accredited Century School of Business and Economics, I spend my time between classes at the Anderson Classroom to Career Center, planning and running over 300 professional business events geared towards students. I can help my peers get involved in leadership positions and develop their critical thinking and communication skills necessary to thrive. Some even intern with Fortune 1000 companies. One of our major events is the Internship Expo, where students show off their hard work at the businesses and organizations they worked for over the semester or summer. I also have received the Business Advisory Council Scholarship, one of the many scholarships available at UW-Stevens Point, to help fund my education. I am also involved in my sorority and hold the reigning title of Miss Wisconsin Rapids. My schedule is always full, and I wouldn't have it any other way. My journey didn't start like everyone else's, but UWSP made it easy to become a Pointer. So, in true Pointer fashion, roll dogs. Back to you, Alex.
Great job, Maria. An Entrepreneurship Center and Center for Women's Equity and Development Leadership will soon benefit all students at UWSP. The sky's the limit on ways a student can network and connect with future employers. Thank you for sharing your amazing story. Cheers to your Pointer parents and grandparents too. It's time to meet Sam. Sam is a senior pursuing environmental science and management with a minor in sustainable energy at UWSP and is originally from Medellin, Colombia. He is so excited to talk to us about the amazing experience going to college in Stevens Point and how UWSP is working to bring more great students like Sam to campus. Let's go, Sam.
Thanks, Alex. Growing up, I always challenged myself to step out of my comfort zone, whether it was by trying different sports or reading books about science and technology. After graduating high school, I knew I wanted to come to the US so that I could live the experience of being a student athlete. UW-Stevens Point offered me the best of both worlds, a top-tier education and the opportunity to be a part of its fantastic tennis team. UW-Stevens Point is also home to one of the leading undergraduate natural resources programs in the US. Upon entering as an environmental science and management student, I was able to immediately connect with professors with a wide variety of backgrounds. They helped me find my passion in waste management and sustainable energy. As a result, I became the secretary of the Waste Management Society, and I had the chance to attend several conferences and meet employers from multiple engineering and scientific companies. With all the networking on campus, I even landed a job at Schmeickley Reserve, one of the 3 field stations in the College of Natural Resources. On the athletic side, I was named captain of the tennis team, which helped me develop my leadership skills on and off the court. Thanks to all the opportunities I've had access to at UW-Stevens Point, I was given the role of University Ambassador. I have interacted with students from all over the US and several international students who also share a passion for traveling and learning about diverse cultures. I have learned about their backgrounds and aspirations and have been able to help them through the college search process. It has been an amazing journey, and I wouldn't change a thing. UW-Stevens Point has provided me with all the necessary tools to succeed in this world. Hitting it back to you, Alex.
Awesome job, Sam. You're such a great ambassador for UWSP. Thank you for helping other students from across the nation and world navigate the college search process. I can't wait to come back again and experience a tour and Schmeekly Reserve with you sometime. Thanks again, Sam. All right, let's meet Emmy. She's a senior from Waunakee, Wisconsin, and she's gonna tell us all about student organizations here at UWSP, plus some of the clubs and projects she's part of on campus. Take it away, Emmy.
Thank you, Alex. Ever since I was in high school, I loved being involved in different clubs such as forensics and mock trial. When I was looking at different universities, I knew I wanted to continue being involved and learning new leadership skills. What I find special about UW-Stevens Point is how much value there is in campus involvement. A huge part of college is finding where you belong in this world, and with over 260 student organizations, campus and community events, and resource centers, finding your place is a breeze. I was able to find my place in Greek life, both serving as the Vice President of Membership for my sorority and the Vice President of Risk Management for Inter-Greek Council. I've also found my place as President of our Gender and Sexuality Alliance and by founding our Collegiate Forensics team. The university and campus engagement have made creating and participating in student organizations a fulfilling experience by allowing the students to take the reins of their organizations. This is also a great way to meet new people with similar interests and goals. Being involved on campus is not only fun and a way to relieve stress, but teaches valuable skills outside of the classroom. I have learned organizational and communication skills, how to plan large-scale events, conflict resolution, and how to integrate these skills into my everyday life and career. When I graduate, I know I'll be ready to take on any goals I set my mind to because of the skills I've learned while creating and leading student organizations and the connections I've made. I'm so thankful for UWSP's student engagement. Back to you, Alex.
That's right, Emmy. Wow, you really can do just about anything here at UWSP. Emmy, thank you for telling us all about student organizations here and showing us how easy it is to get involved and belong to something you're passionate about on campus. Thanks again, Emmy. I am truly amazed by all the UW-Stevens Point stories I've heard today. How awesome is UW-Stevens Point? Each student is building skills to help them grow intellectually, culturally, and professionally with lots of support and mentorship. I want to thank all of the wonderful pointers for sharing their stories. I've really enjoyed my time exploring the opportunities for students here at UWSP. That's all from me. Now it's your turn to learn more about the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. It's truly an exceptional university located here in the bend in the Wisconsin River. We'll see you on campus real soon, everyone. Take care.